Good morning, students. Next, we are going to start chapter 4, that is atoms, molecules and radicals. So, as you know, what is matter? Matter, it is anything that has mass and occupies space. So, matters, every matter is made of very small particles, and those small particles, they are called molecules. They are called molecules, and further molecules, they are made of very indivisible particle known as atoms. Indivisible means we cannot divide atom further by the chemical reaction at ordinary conditions. That is all about atom and molecule. So definition, one thing more, atom. Atom gives molecules and radicals. Atom form molecule and radical. So atom is the main basic unit. It is the basic unit of molecules and radicals. Next thing is definition of atom. Atom, it is the smallest part. It is the smallest unit of an element that take part in chemical reaction. So next one is valency. Valency, it is the combining capacity of an element with other elements. Valency is the combining capacity of an element with other elements. So valency can be monovalent, divalent, trivalent and tetravalent. Valency we can find by counting the number of hydrogen with the another atom. Remember that valency of hydrogen atom is always 1. And how to count the valency? I will show you the atomic model. See, these orange balls, they shows hydrogen atoms. And this one, this is the structure of methane, tetrahedral structure. This one shows that carbon atom. And these 4 are hydrogens. So count the number of hydrogens. That will be the valency of a middle atom. So middle atom is carbon, its valency is 4 because 4 hydrogens are there. Similarly, when we take another example, ammonia. See, this one is nitrogen. Nitrogen and again orange balls. These represents hydrogen. So valency of nitrogen. What is the valency of the middle, nitrogen? How many hydrogens are there? 3. So valency of nitrogen is 3. This is nitrogen is in the category of trivalent because valency is 3. And this one, carbon, in which category it is? Valency is 4. So it is in the category of tetravalent. Next one is water molecule. This is the structure of water molecule. This is oxygen and sides are these represent hydrogen atom. So count the hydrogen atoms. How many are there? 2. So what is the valency of oxygen? Valency is 2. This is in the category of divalent. Oxygen is divalent. Next, the last one is mono. Mono means 1. See this one, hydrogen and chlorine. How many hydrogens are attached with this chlorine? Only 1. So what is the valency of this chlorine? It is 1. So example is hydrogen chloride. Next one is molecules. Molecules, these molecule is the smallest part of an element or a compound that can exist independently. Now atom do not exist, may or may not exist independently, but molecule always exist independently. Further, molecule of an element and molecule of compound, 2 categories of a molecule is there. Now molecule of an element, in this molecule is composed of same kind of atoms, and molecule of compound, molecule is composed of different kind of elements, you can say. Take this one example, this one. It is the hydrogen molecule, H2. So same atoms are there. So it is the molecule of an element. When we take this one example, water, these are hydrogen and oxygen. So different atoms are there. You will say this is the molecule of a compound. This is, now see this one, which is the molecule of an element and molecule of a compound. Can you tell? This is first and second. First one is molecule of an element because both the atoms are same. This is molecule of a compound because atoms are different. This is the another carbon dioxide molecule, and these lines, they are representing chemical bond, how the atoms are attached together by a force, that is called chemical bond. Next one is atomicity. Atomicity is the number of atoms present in the molecule of an element or molecule of a compound. See, O2, H2, then S8, atomicity of oxygen 2, atomicity of hydrogen is 2, atomicity of sulfur is 8, because 8 atoms are there. Atomicity of ozone, this is called triatomic, diatomic and octatomic. And next one is monoatomic molecules are also there. Monoatomic. Mono means only one atom. And in this category, noble metals are there. Noble gases are there. Noble gases means which do not combine with other. Those are in the category of monoatomic molecule, means they exist as a single unit. They don't want to combine because they are stable. Their outermost shell is stable. Next one is formula of an element and formula of a compound. Formula of an element and formula of a compound. Element means atoms will be same. Hydrogen, oxygen, formula is O2 gas. Then hydrogen gas, H2, ozone, O3, same atoms are there. Means these are the molecules and these are the formulas of an element. Next, formula of a compound. Two atoms will be different, and here we will discuss about binary compounds. Binary. Formula of binary compounds. Binary means two. Compound made of two elements, that will be your binary. For example, A and B. A has valency X, B has valency Y. How to write its formula? Just transpose the valencies. It will become AY and BX. You see, only two elements we have taken, and write the valencies at the as a superscript, then transpose their valencies. AY, BX. When we take another example like sodium chloride, sodium chloride, sodium and chlorine, NaCl, sodium chloride. Valency of sodium is 1, chlorine is 1. So transpose their valencies, it will become Na1Cl1, and we can write NaCl. This is the formula of sodium chloride. And one thing more, if the formula is, if the radicals are calcium chloride, it's 2 and 1. How to write formula? Transpose, it will become CaCl2. And if there is calcium then oxide, O2, calcium oxide, CaO. Here is 2, here is also 2. Again, next step, to transpose the valencies, it will become Ca2O2. Now see that highest divide with the highest common factor. Now highest common factor is 2, we can divide, so it will become Ca1O1, and no need to write 1, it will become calcium oxide. This is all about the formula of a binary compound. Some exceptions are also there, like hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide formula is H2O2. Don't divide this one because it is exceptional case. Next one is variable valency. Variable valency. Variable means when valency is not fixed, it will vary. It will vary. Variable valency means one element will have more than one valencies. For example, iron symbol is Fe. It has the valency 2 as well as valency 3. Combining capacity, it can combine with 2 negative, it can combine with 3 negative. So here when we write the formula of this is called iron 1, we write it iron 1 in Roman counting, and this one is iron 2, and this one is iron 3. When iron 2 combine with oxide is O2, Fe2O2. What will be its formula? After transposing, you will get Fe2O2 and divide with the highest common factor. It will become Fe1O1, and at last we will get FeO. And if we write the formula of iron 3 oxide, it will be Fe3O2. Transpose the valencies, you will get Fe2O3. Can we divide with any other highest factor except 1? No, there is only one factor, highest factor, that is highest common factor, that is 1. So no need to divide it with 1. The formula will be like this only, Fe2O3. Next one is copper. Example is also there, copper 1 and copper 2. Copper 1 like Cu 1 valency and copper 2 Cu 2 valencies. Next one is radicals. Radical is also formed from an atom. Radical take part in reaction as a single unit. Radicals. So definition of radical is that it is an atom or group of atoms. And having positive or negative charge on it and acting as a single unit. For example, A positive and AB positive. It can be one atom or group of atom having charge. It can also be negative, positive charge or negative charge. When they combine, they form compounds. So next one is various examples of radicals are given, like H positive. Now valency of radical is the number of a charge. What is charge present on it? That is the valency of a radical. Here magnesium 2 positive. So charge is 2 positive, its valency will be 2. Here charge is 1 positive, valency is 1. Next O2 negative radical, valency is 2, like this. Whatever the charge present over there, don't represent charge, just write the numeric, that will be the valency of a radical. And when radicals combine, they form compounds. For example, magnesium carbonate and G2 positive. Magnesium is 2 kinds of radicals are there, positive and negative. While writing the name of a compound, the first one is always positive and next one is always negative. So name is magnesium carbonate. First radical is positive, next radical is negative. Mg2 positive and carbonate is CO3 2 negative. So remove the signs, valency is Mg2 CO3 2. Now you can see this is an atom, this is group of atoms, both are radicals. Then exchange the valencies, it will become Mg, this 2 will come here, CO3. Then there is need to put bracket because there are more than 1 atoms. Here is also 2. Don't multiply it, just let it be as it is. Then see these 2 and 2, can we divide with the highest common factor? Yes, by 2. So it will become MgCO3. Like this, you can write formula of a compound by using radicals. Next one is difference is given between atom molecule and radicals. Go through from this by yourself. And our next topic is periodic table. Introduction of a periodic table is there. In periodic table, it is a chart of elements. Why scientists have arranged elements in a table? Because it is easy to study the properties of elements. Like group wise properties are arranged in the periodic table. So it makes the study very easy. So there is the chart periodic table. This is called periodic table chart. In your book, only these first two columns are given, and then 13, 14, this one is given, and this in between is missing. So no need to do this one. So periodic table, it is the chart in which elements are arranged according to the periodicity. See this one. Now these horizontal rows, these are horizontal rows, like this one first, this one is second. These are called periods, and vertical columns in the periodic table, they are called groups. So total, how many groups are there? When you count this full periodic table, there are total 18 groups, from 1 to 18. 18 groups are there. And when you count number of periods, horizontal rows, it will be up to this you have to count. Don't count this one. Up to this, when you count, it is 7, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7. Total 7 periods are there, and how many groups are there? Vertical lines are 18. Total groups are 18. Next one is these 3 to 12 groups are missing from the periodic table. In your syllabus it is not there, so they have not drawn. Next one is valency. Yes, we can correlate the position of periodic table with the valency. See, group 1 element, they have valency 1. Group 2 elements, they have valency 2. Group 13 element and 14 elements, how to find? It is by subtracting 10 from 13 and 14. Like see, 13 and minus 10, it will be 3. 14 minus 10, it will be 4. For next group, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Subtract these numbers from 18. You will get the valency 3. Then here will be 2, 1 and 0. Now see this one. This is group 1, valency 1, 2, valency 2, then come to the 13. Whatever the elements are in group 13, they will have valency, what valency? 3. Subtract 10 from 13. Similarly, 14, they will have valency 4. Then 15, 16, 17, 15 group will have valency, you can see 3. Subtract 15 from 18. Then 16 group will have valency 2. Then 17, 1 and 18. Last group, that are noble gases. They have valency 0. 18 minus 18, 0. So this is all about your chapter 4, that is atoms, molecules and radicals. Revise this chapter thoroughly. Thank you.